what I always say, two things, the age, it depends, because, they can comprehend. I'm sorry, can I give a joke? This joke is, this 5-year-old person is, whatever, or 6-year-old person is like applying for school, and she asks her daddy, "Daddy, what is sex?" So, the father explained, you love each other, daddy plants a seed. So, is it okay? Yes, but how do I put it in this thing? It only says M or F, male or female. So, kailangan itansya mo ano yung kailangan nila. But, in my clinical experience and the research shows, even if you tell your child too much, okay lang, he will throw out what he doesn't need at that time. That's number one. Number two is, usually, the child can learn so much parang subliminally based on your behavior. For example, nabuntis yung kanyang kaibigan. In the past, I don't know how it is in the present, you're kicked out of convent school. Now, depending on what the parent says, ay, nakakahiya naman and all that, the message you give to the child is that instead of being kind to a person who, maybe she made a mistake, maybe she doesn't feel like she made a mistake, but instead of just throwing her out of the school, this is what your child will get. Or if you say, wow, kawawa naman, where will she go? You see, this is what you're teaching your child. Another one, when we were training guidance counselors to deal with the problems that most young people had, they had 7, but I will not go. But one of their most common problems was homosexuality. Why is it a problem? Not whether it's good or bad per se. I personally believe it's not, But the problem of the children was how to tell the parents. They were so scared. And hindi ba ang lungkot that your parents are supposed to be your allies? They're the ones who are supposed to help you with the problems you have. And yet they were part of the problem. So what I'm saying, I think, is that your children learn from you. What you teach them about sex is not just the lecture, not just the blah, 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 but how you live your life. A father, I'm sorry, I'm always picking on men because it's more common that men are unfaithful, even at this point, based on the research, men are. So forgive me, I'm not a female chauvinist. If a father tells his son, you have to respect your wife, you're married, and marriage is a relationship that has been by the church, sanctioned by the church, sanctioned by God above, etc. Pero nangangaliwa, araw-araw, hindi siya nahihiya, dalhin niya yung girlfriend niya sa So the wife is constantly, well, she's not betrayed because she knows everything that's happening, but she's constantly belittled and all that. Now, is this father credible? Hindi. And so one last thing, sorry. Okay, but one last thing. This is what I always say. And not always naman, because I don't like to be parang yabang and insensitive. But some women will just say are brutalized, either physically or verbal abuse by their husbands. And one reason that many women give is, I don't want my children to grow up in a broken home. Eh, hindi na ba broken yung binubugbog ka? Siyempre, usually you don't speak for a while. Hindi ba yung broken? And again, in sex education, what will your children learn from you? Binubugbog ka, nandiyan ka pa rin. The men, your sons might learn that it's okay pala to do. And my daddy did it, and look, my mother's still here. She may cry a little bit or a lot, but nandito pa siya eh. And especially the daughters. The daughters might behave the same way. Ay, pagbugbugin pala ako, siguro okay, it's part of my lot as a woman. I hope that answered your question. Okay.
Any other questions from the meeting? Yes.